Salutations, everyone. This is Razor here, giving you something a little different today. I decided to show you guys all my created classes for each Call of Duty, each modern Call of Duty, that is, starting from COD 4, just to show you guys my favorite classes and just what I use in the game. So, of course, let's start with good old COD 4'zers here, level 53. As you can see, I haven't played a ton of this game, but nonetheless, here are my classes. Starting off with my FPS Rusher class, which of course is going to be the AK-47. Silencer is my favorite attachment. Desert Eagle is my secondary on every class, as well as frags and stuns. Bandolier, stopping power, dead silence. Pretty self-explanatory. It's just what I use to beast on a lot of people, and get kill streaks and stuff like that. Next, on to my random class. This is just I can do whatever I want with this class. Right now, it's the Barrett 50 cal, but that always changes. There's my ex-Socrates class, of course, with the suppressed P90, as he made famous being one of the beastliest players in history. Deagle, once again, and Bandolier, stopping power, dead silence. Don't mess with success. This is one of the best classes out there. Next is my Blame Truth class. I named this Blame Truth class not because he, really uses this gun. I don't know how often he used the G3, but he's just, an old-timey badass who's been in the game a long time. G3 suppressed. I really like this gun. No one uses it, but Deagle, Bandolier's top power, and Deep Impact. Next is my Zergriz class, which is of course is going to be the M40 with the ACOG, Deagle, Bandolier, because what else am I going to use? Stopping power and steady aim. I don't always use the ACOG. I normally don't, but that's just what he uses. Next, on to World at War. There's also not a lot of change in here. First, I'll Blame Truth class once again, just because he's been in the game forever. And this is my rifle class, my favorite being the SVT-40, aperture sight. Magnum is standard for pretty much every class. Frag, tab and gas, Bandolier, stop power, and Deep Impact. Just kind of what I like to use there. Next is my BAM bitch Legend of Thunder class. This is just my submachine gun class, as Thunder likes to use. My favorite being the Type 100. I usually use the suppressor and sometimes the box magazine. Once again with the Magnum, the anti-tank grenade, tab and gas, Bandolier, stopping power, and steady aim. And I don't fuck with the vehicle things because I don't use vehicles. Next up is my Wings of Redemption class, which is my heavy machine gun class, my favorite of which being the BAR with the bipod that I just kind of use as a 30-round Gewehr, as Wings does. Tokarev, secondary, frag, tap and gas, Bandolier, stopping power, Deep Impact. Once again, nothing too differentiating there. Next is my Zergriz class, which I have my unscoped bolt action. I know Grizz isn't a big fan of the Arisaka, but it's my favorite bolt action to unscope. Of course, had the bayonet, secondary, Magnum, Molotov cocktail, signal flares, satchel charge, stopping power, and steady aim. This is also my anti-tank class with those satchel charges out there. Molotov is always fun to take them out with and finish them off. Last but not least is my That Guy Who Camps class with, of course, the PTRS, his favorite gun in the game and one that he continues to mention as a great gun. Fun gun to use. Magnum secondary, anti-tank grenade, tab and gas, Bandolier, stopping power, and Deep Impact, just for when the other bolt actions just aren't working for me. And now we have Modern Warfare 2. I do change these classes up quite often, but this is mainly what it is. My Power Toss class is going to be my assault rifle class. M16 holographic for less recoil. Kimbo Rafficas, nothing weird there. Ex-Socrates class, pretty much the same as it is in COD 4. Silence P90, which is badass. Kimbo USP 45s, Sleight of Hand, Scavenger, and Ninja. Next up, we have my Tabes class, which is what I use for my sniper rifles. I have both Intervention and Barrett fall camo, but Barrett is my favorite. FMJ or extended mags, usually. Akimbo M9s, as always. C4 stuns, Sleight of Hand, stopping, and steady aim. Next up is my Junkyard class. If you don't know who Junkyard is, he was kind of big back in Modern Warfare 2. He was known as pretty much a team player, so that's why this is my Stinger class. Soundstar 21, just because I love that gun. And of course, Cold-Blooded to stay off the radar, sit reps to find tac inserts, and a throwing knife just for funsies. That's because everyone needs an anti-air support class in this game because there's so much. Next is my go-to FBS Russia class with, of course, the AK-47 with the extended mags and a G18 Akimbo, which go great with steady aim. This was pretty much my go-to class when nothing was going right. Put on the AK and I would just beast on people all day. It's just what I did. Next is my Sandy Ravage class. Not much to explain here. It's pretty much a copy and paste Sandy Ravage class because you do not mess with success. The Silence UMP 45, Spaz 12 extended mags, Simtex stuns, sleight of hand stopping power, and Ninja. One of the fun classes to use. That guy who camps class, he really didn't have a particular class or gun in this game, so this is pretty much a random class. One of my favorite guns have been the F2000 with suppressed. The secondaries always switch up, sometimes the N1014, sometimes pistols, but Scavenger to keep using whatever gun I want as much as I can, stopping power, and Ninja. And of course, I don't use death streaks, so that's why I'm always copycatting. Next up is my personal favorite, Call of Duty Black Ops. Starting off with the Pyrotos class, which is just whatever assault rifle I'm feeling. My favorite of which being in the game is the FAL, always with the dual mags, nothing else. Kimbo Pythons, frags, concussions, C4, hardline, sleight of hand, and TacMass Pro. Just my beast all class. Next up is my Excalizors class, which is going to be whatever submachine gun or shotgun that I'm feeling at the time. Right now it's just on the Kimbo Scorpions, which XCal made famous. ASP secondary, Simtex, concussions, C4, Scavenger, steady aim, and TacMass Pro. If I'm not using Scorpions, it's going to be sleight of hand and sometimes Ninja, but usually going to be running TacMass. My Wings of Redemption class is pretty much my only class that's always going to be Ghost. Suppressed M16. Sometimes I'll put the ACOG on it because those are both great attachments. Once again, Akimbo Pythons, Tomahawks for funsies, C4s come up with badass, Ghost, stay off the radar, and Hacker. And next is my Mark J class, which is my domination class, my go-to. AK-47 with dual mags, Kimbo Pythons, Simtex, stuns, C4. Flak Jacket, which is really comes in handy for domination, captain flags and stuff. Sleight of hand and TacMass Pro to stuns and stuff. Next is my Zergriz class, which of course is gonna be my L96 with my extended mags. Whatever sniper that I'm feeling, but my favorite is always gonna be the L96. Akimbo CZ75s, which is the best for when I'm sniping Tomahawks and Claymores. Ghost, Scout, and Hacker. And lastly is my Xbox Ahoy class. As you know, he uses all the guns in the game, so this is basically my random class. Right now it's on my knifing only class, so I don't even use the primary. It's just ballistic knives, Tomahawks, Warlord, so I can have two, Ghost and Ninja, stay off of people's peripherals. And lastly we have Modern Warfare 3, of which I change up the most. And I got kind of sick of naming my classes after commentators. It was cool doing it and first off, but decided to go with something different. If you have any idea what these names are a reference to, you are a bona fide badass and should definitely favorite this video because you're hella cool. First off is my Angelica class, which is going to be my light machine gun class. My favorite of which being the M60. Go-to attachments is grip and red dot. Always use attachments too on LMGs. Either extended mags or grip or red dot, what have you. RPG secondary, C4 flashes, recon, hardline, and stalker. Those never change. And whatever kill streaks I'm using, usually pretty high ones because I can get them with this class. It's a ton of fun. Next up, we have my my Henrietta class, which is of course going to be my submachine gun class. Whatever submachine gun that I'm feeling at the time. P90, just because that's my favorite right now, and for most course of Modern Warfare 3. Extended mags, Kimbo or extended mags, P99. I change it up all the time. C4 concussions, sleight of hand, assassin, and dead silence, and the low kill streaks because I don't tend to get them quite high with my submachine gun class. But next up is something that I can do quite well with, and that is my Kleist class. And this is one that never changes. This is my M16 class. The attachments will change: rapid fire, red dot, silencer, or extended mags. Any combination of those four. Right now it's on the red dot and silencer. And also, this is always going to be my Stinger class. I always put a Stinger on this baby so I can take out air support when need be. And this is the only class where I don't have flashes on. This is my EMP grenade class that I use to take out recon drones, IMSs, and sentry guns. Rocking sleight of hand, assassin, and a marksman, proing like a boss, and pretty high kill streaks. Just because this is my M16, I love using it. Next up is my Rico class, which is basically just whatever sniper rifle I want to use. Right now it just happens to be on the Dragunov, which is fitting. And extended mags and kick on that puppy. Akimbo MP42s is my secondary. Sometimes I change it up with an extended mags G18, but usually when I'm sniping, this is my secondary weapon. C4 and flashes as always. And of course, sleight of hand, quick draw, and marksman. Once again, low kill streaks because I'm sniping. Usually don't stay alive too long with those puppies. Anyways, moving on to my Triella class, which of course is going to be my shotgun class. My favorite of which being the KSG-12 with the extended mags and damage. Always extended mags damage no matter what the gun is, unless it's models which don't have any attachments. But Akimbo P99, so this will change up from time to time. C4 flashes as always. Extreme conditioning if I'm running the KSG or the Spaz. Any other shotgun, it'd be sleight of hand. And of course, assassin and steady aim. Low kill streaks here. This is the only really difference you'll see. It's unique to this class is UAV, care package, and IMS. Because if I'm shotgunning, you know, I'm going to be at a disadvantage with all those PP9s and Akimbo FMGs running around. But these are going to be my two random classes, Elza and Pia. And I pretty much do whatever I want with these classes. One of my favorite of which being the Fad with a silencer and extended mags. And a Silence MP9 is my secondary. C4 flashes, sleight of hand, assassin, and dead silence. This is also the only time I will ever be using a specialist kill streak loadout. Whenever I use the Fad, I just use specialist. I don't know. It's just what I feel. It's just what I have fun with. So that's what I use. And juiced, like, you know, everything else. Pretty decent kill streaks. And next is my Pia class, which is just another random class. One of my favorite guns of which being outside the Fat is the MK14. Once again, I switch around with these attachments as well. Could be red dot, rapid fire, extended mags, silencer. Right now rocking extended mags and rapid fire. Scorpion extended mags, that'll switch up as well. But sleight of hand, assassin, and a marksman. Last but not least is my Pinocchio class, which will be my melee class for obvious reasons, if you know the reference. So this will either be my knifing only class or my riot shield class. Right now it's on my riot shield class because that's what I use most often with melee proficiency. Desert Eagle, attack knife, C4, sleight of hand, quick shot, and sit rep with low kill streaks as well. If I'm not using the riot shield, then I'm using the USAS for the faster, longer sprint, and Akimbo USPs and throwing knife. The only time I won't be using the C4s. But that's it for my creative classes, guys. Those are just my favorite ones to use in each Call of Duty. And if you have any suggestions for creative classes that maybe you want to see me use, be sure to leave those in the comments below, or thumbs up one that you already see that you would like me to use, and I will use that in a future video. It doesn't really matter the COD. Just let me know what you want me to use, and I'll use it. Outside of the last rifle in World at War, I have not unlocked. That is the only gun in any COD that I don't have, which is a shame because I really like that gun. Anyways, post down a creative class that you like, that you'd like to see me use in any of the Call of Duties. Obviously, some I will fancy more than others, and see you then.